Welcome to CGDsports.net. How are you doing? Dave Stein here with you on a Monday night. It is 2A regional volleyball. The Cowgirls hosting the Cougars of Manson, Northwest Webster. And we'll be introducing the squads here to you in just a moment. Let's talk just a little bit about the Cowgirls 26-6, holding steady at number 7 in the final Class 2A Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union poll. In that same poll, it is Logan Magnolia at 15. Denver is number 14, East Sac County, whom the Cowgirls may run into here, possibly 26-6 as well. They are number 13. Central Lyon is number 12. Number 11 is Underwood. Hudson, number 10. Boynton Hull is number 9. Van Buren, number 8. CGD, number 7. Grundy Center is number 6. Osage, number 5. Wilton, number 4. Beckman Catholic, number 3. And Mediapolis, number 2. Number 1, holding steady at number 1. For quite a bit this season has been Western Christian. They are 35-5. So Mediapolis 39-1 at the second spot. So, yeah, I'm not quite sure how that's all figured. I'm sure there's a method to the madness. But the Cougars are coached by Haley Hops, assisted by Caitlin Sternberg and Mary Beneke. And we'll go ahead and run through their their lineup. Winner of tonight's game is going to be playing Thursday night here in Clarion against the winner of the South Central Calhoun IKM Manning game, which is it'll be a 7 o'clock start, just as this is. And let's go ahead and meet the Cougars. Let's see. Number 1 is freshman Olivia Sturgis. Number 3 is junior Sophia Brinson. Number 4 is a junior Destiny Martin. Number 5 is senior Briley Condon. Number 6 is number 12 Chloe Toshinsky. Number 7 is senior Kara Samuelson. Number 8 is senior Bailey Kenyon. Number 9, senior Courtney Wubbin. Number 10 is junior Natalie Pearson. Number 11 is junior Delaney Martin. Number 12 is senior Emma Wood. Number 13 is a sophomore Caitlin Youngdale. Number 14 is junior Allison Jeske. And number 15 is a senior Autumn Marsh. Number 11 is junior Alexis Wood. That is the Manson Northwest Webster Cougars. Now let's take a look at your Cowgirls, coached by Katrina Terhark, assisted by Kara Odlin, Laura Terhark, Hope Reister, and McCoy Rohr. And they will be, number 2 is Brooke Askelson, a sophomore. Number 5, Emma Conlon, a junior. Number 10 is junior Elena Friesleben. Number 21 is freshman Clarissa Hasty. Number 3, the libero. Number 3 is a junior Jaden Jodl. Number 1 is sophomore Nikki Kapka. Number 8, freshman Lexi Lane. Number 4, Kendall Lindeman. She's a junior. Number 17, junior Morgan Middleton. Number 6, sophomore Jaden Nelson. Number 7 is a sophomore Delia Swanson. Number 16 is a sophomore Summer Traub. And number 23, junior Nicole Waters. And that is the Cowgirls. They have been introduced. We'll have just a quick timeout for the national anthem and back right after that, right here on CGDsports.net.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we
The Cowgirls, once again, 26-6 on the season. Black screen because with the state rules, with the broadcasts of regional districts, sub-state, and all that fun stuff, they do not allow video broadcasts, so you will just see a black screen only. You'll just have audio. Yeah, you'll just have to listen to me. I know. You're like, oh, dang, Dave, really? But it's the state rules. It's the best I can do. Sorry. But that is why, in case you're wondering why you're looking at a black screen. So that will be the way it is for the rest of the volleyball season. Then once basketball and wrestling start up, then we'll be back to video broadcasts again. But great question. And actually I say that, but that, I'll tell you right now up front, when it comes to wrestling, the Independence Tournament will also be video or audio only because of the exclusive rights thing. Here we go, underway into a regional volleyball action, and the first serve comes across. It is Conlon up to, and there's Morgan Middleton with her first kill of the night, as she's going to put it down right inside the left corner, right in front of, let's see, that would be Pearson. Jaden Jondal back serving for CGD. They lead now 1-0. Nice serve right to the center part of the court. Here's the set, and Jondal. Middleton, and just pushing it across is going to be Lane. The set now this time from Friesleben, and Middleton will finish that one off. Kill number 2 for Morgan Middleton. Cowgirls lead 2-0. Out on the court right now, it is Middleton, Lane, Friesleben, Conlon, Linneman, and Jondal. Her serve. An ace serve for Jaden Jondal goes off of the hands of Youngsdale, and it's going to go out of side out, so it makes it 3-0. Cowgirls highly favored in this matchup, but as we all know, you can never overlook anyone, especially when it gets to tournament time. They'll seem to play out of their minds. Here's the set. Middleton again. This one's going to come near the front. They'll set, just kind of free pass across. Jondal, Friesleben the sets, and this time it's Lane, and Middleton. Jondal tries to bring it back in play, and Linneman's going to get back across, and the Cowgirls keep it alive. Linneman, Conlon, and Jondal get it back across with a free pass. And it goes side out, and the Cowgirls will collect the point and lead 4-0. It went a little sideways off of Morgan Middleton. Jaden Jondal chased it down, and Kendall Linneman able to get it back across to keep it alive for CGD. So Jondal still back serving. She has that high jump serve, and it's going to go to the back row off of Youngsdale. They're just going to free pass it across to Jondal. Friesleben with the set. Middleton on the outside and right down the line, and they're going to call it out. Just a little bit wide. And I'll tell you, the volleyball officials we have here, I won't question them because they are the best of the best. Oh, that one goes up. Middleton just crushes it with another kill. Off of the libero Condon, and she just basically put her hands up for complete defense. So back serving is going to be Elena Friesleben. She'll be serving on the right-hand side of the basketball lane, right to the center part to Condon. Here's the just free pass across to Linneman with the bump. Here's the set. Middleton up, and that drops right in the back, just right inside the back line. Middleton off of Friesleben's set, and it's now 6-1. Friesleben back to serve once again. Cowgirls hoping to make short time of this evening. Here's the set, and off the block. Lean again this time, it's going wide, and reaching out, trying to get a hand on it, is going to be Bailey Kenyon, and it's going to go wide, and the Cowgirls now up 7-1. Elena Friesleben back serving. Right off of Youngsdale. Kenyon will get it, and then back across. Friesleben. Jondal Middleton up for the kill, and it's going to come back across. Friesleben sets again, this time Lane, and it's coming off of Youngsdale into the crowd, and almost a souvenir. That's going to make it 8-1, and a timeout's going to be taken by the Cougars of Manson Northwest Webster. They trail the Cowgirls 8-1 in this regional volleyball action. And the student section in full force tonight. Looks like the Cougars really didn't bring one, so could be a one-sided conversation tonight as far as that goes. But we've got some fine sponsors we want to keep talking to you about, including the folks at First Citizens Bank in Clarion. Strong, stable, deeply rooted in northern Iowa, and they have been a sponsor of these broadcasts for quite some time. Great folks. You'll see them out at a lot of the events. They'll work concession stands. They'll buy stuff at the bake sales and so forth. It's First Citizens Bank in Clarion. Friesleben's serve comes across to Youngsdale, and this time it's going to be not the freshman. It's going to be junior Brinson. Who's going to get it across. 8-2 the score. Serve on the way. Middleton. Friesleben sets. Middleton in the middle, and it's going out the backside into the cafeteria. And that'll be a point to the Cowgirls. So 9-2 the score. Morgan Middleton will head back to serve for the first time. She serves from the left-hand side. If you're looking, the Cowgirls serving from left to right. They're in white jerseys. Of course, the libero in the black. Middleton's serve goes to the right-hand side. Here's the set from Friesleben up to Lindemann. Taps it across. And it's going to be a free pass, a little bump across by the Cougars. They set Lane this time. She's going to take a little bit off of it. And they're going to set Youngsdale, and she puts it into the net. Lane doing a good job coming down and bending so she didn't touch the net. She was real close. 10-2, Middleton back to serve once again. Cougars way up in their back row. What's it, right to the back? That was almost a double hit. And the kill attempt by Toshinsky goes into the net. Makes it 11-2. It was really a low set, so she really didn't stand much of a chance on that one. Middleton back once again serving. Serves from that left-hand side. Serve across. Nice hard serve. Toshinsky. They're going to bring it back into play and a free pass across by Youngsdale. Middleton crushed, and it is not coming back as it goes off of the libero. Condon goes out. Makes it 12-2. The Cowgirls now up by 10 in this first set. Here's the kill attempt. Nice block at the net by Kendall Lindemann and Alexi Lane, both up there. Lindemann finally was the one that got the hand on it, but that makes it 13-2. Middleton serve across, right to the libero, Condon. Here's the set. Youngsdale back across. Friesleben sets Lane. Nice dig by Waters. And Middleton this time sends it back. They'll set Youngsdale again, and this time it'll be just out of Morgan Middleton's reach. And they'll make it 13-3. As the Cowgirls will give up point and give up serve. Checking in is going to be Sturgis into the front row, the freshman. She's tall. In fact, I would venture to say probably the tallest one on the team. Back serving is going to be Condon. No, check that. That's Jashinsky. Jaden Jondal with the, they just kind of dink it across. Jashinsky. And back across. There's Middleton. Set. Lane up, and it drops right inside. Great placement. Puts it right inside the sideline, and the Cowgirls collect another point. 14-3 CGD. Lane back to serve. Up front is Traub. Summer Traub checks into the lineup. Here's the out of the net. And it was Friesleben trying to pull it out of the net, but it went a little bit long, and nobody was able to chase it down, unfortunately. So it makes it 14-4. Back serving is Wood. Dig by Lindemann, and Lindemann gets it back across, and that's going to be 4 hits. So she just comes up looking like she's just going to crush it, and then just lightly taps it, and it just drops across, drifts over, and they were kind of bouncing around like a pinball. Back to serve now is Waters. She serves from just about mid-court, midway on the service line, that is. Here's the set, and 2 hits, a double hit by called against the Cougars, and Waters back to serve, once again serving 16-4. The Cowgirls with the lead. Her serve, nice hard serve. Trzynski, here's the set, and keeping it alive is Jondal. Middleton puts it back into the back row. Set again. Waters. Friesleben sets. Middleton up for the crush, and good job by Youngsdale, and a point to the Cougars. A carry, a lift is what they're going to call against the Cowgirls. So Waters will come out, and Conlon comes into the back row. Serve across. Jondal. Here's the set. Lindemann up off the block, and it's going to go out off of the Cougars, and CGD picking up another point, 17-5. Serve across. Here's the set. Trzynski mistimes her jump, hits it into the nets, and the Cowgirls 18-5 right now. Starting to kind of roll a little bit. Actually starting? Yeah, they've been doing that for a while. Who am I kidding? Kendall Lindemann serving from the right-hand side of the back row. Here comes the set. Trzynski, and finds a little bit of a gap. Jondal diving after it, trying to get on it. Couldn't quite reach out. Sturgis will come out, and back to serve is going to be the libero, Condon. Serve on the way. Lindemann. John will just bump it back across. Trzynski. Here's Lindemann. Out of the net. Nice job. Free pass across by Traub and Middleton. Traub again. Keep it alive. Lindemann. Friesleben and Conlon, Friesleben, and then Traub puts it back across for the Cowgirls. They're trying to keep it alive. And it's time it's going to Middleton. She's going to just kind of push it across. Actually, a pretty decent volley right now. Middleton. Friesleben will set Middleton. Up, kill, not coming back. It was a hard-fought volley. Ball went back over the net about 7 times. And it was 19-6 the score as the Cowgirls come out on top of that one. Just a lot of smart play. Jondal back to serve. We've gone full rotation through the service. And there's an ace serve, her second of the night. That one is going to go off of the hands of Youngsdale. Youngsdale kind of put her hands up just quick, and it went straight forward off of her hands. 20-6, the Cougars take another timeout. The Cowgirls leading 26 with just they're 5 points, and this one is in the books for set number 1. Fuel in downtown Clarion, and not just a pizza place, although if you like great tasting coal-fired pizza, that is the place to go. Kurt and Cammie doing all kinds of great things to help throughout the community with different fundraisers. They do different events to keep things kind of fresh and happening in downtown Clarion. It is Fuel. Serve on the way from Jondal. Set up. Trzynski pushes it across. Middleton. Friesleben sets. Lane into the block, and it's going to be right into the net on the Cougar side. That makes it 21-6. Jondal back to serve again. Jondal's jump serve. Nice, as Youngsdale has to go clear on the floor to get to it. Lindemann, nice diving dig. Middleton hits it clear to the back row. They push it across. Jondal. Friesleben sets. Middleton again. This time takes a lot off of it. And they're going to hit it back across. Middleton. Set this time. Goes to Lane on the right-hand side. And Lane right off the block into the net. It's going to be a point to the Cowgirls, 22-6. Back serving. Jondal jump. Serve across. Condon. Here's Trzynski. Linneman. Friesleben. And Middleton off with a block. It's going to be Trzynski putting it back across. A resetter. And ball is going to be, it's a challenge at the net between Trzynski and Friesleben. Friesleben's going to win the battle, and it's going to be 23-6 as Jondal heads back to serve once again. Here's the serve, and Trzynski. Linneman. Friesleben brings it back in. Conlon will get it up to the net, but it's not going to quite drop over. It's going to catch the top and drop in on the Cowgirls side. So 23-7 as Trzynski goes back to serve for the Cougars. Serve across and clips the top of the net and drops in. And the Cowgirls are going to give up an ace. An ugly one, but still. So 23-8 as Trzynski back to serve. Serve across. Here's Linneman. Friesleben kind of just bumps it across. Lane. Friesleben sets. Middleton on the outside. Boom, off the block. And it's going to go side out off of the Cougars. 24-8. We're looking at set point right here. As Waters will check in to the lineup. Comes up front. Conlon heads out. And back to serve is going to be Elena Friesleben. Number 10, her serve on the way. Nice low serve. Bumped back across. Here's the set from Friesleben. Middleton up and boom, right inside the back corner. That's set number 1. 25-8 Cowgirls victorious. 25-8. They'll switch sides. We'll take just a quick breather and back with set number 2 right here on cgdsports.net. Welcome back to cgdsports.net. Midwest Warehouse Solutions, one of tonight's sponsors. They've been bringing the action for the last couple of years. Tim and Brandy Henniger, owners of Midwest Warehouse Solutions, and what a great company. They can handle all kinds of, not just storage solutions, warehousing, whatever your needs may be. They've got rack systems. They've got ways to transport things around. They can actually deliver things as well. If you need more information, look at their website, Midwest Warehouse Solutions. Both teams back out onto the court. Kendall Linneman's going to start serving. The Cougars of Manson Northwest Webster, 11-16 coming in to tonight. And they are down right now 25-8. And an ace serve for Kendall Linneman will get things started. Serve on the way. Here's the set. Trzynski up off the block and right back at her. Nice job by Traub getting the ball back across. Traub up for the block again. And Trzynski. This one goes Linneman. And it's going to be Conlon bringing it back into play. And nice job as Morgan Middleton gets it back across. And she's going to set it deep right into the corner. Great placement. And the Cowgirls keep things rolling. Well, that was some heads-up play all along. Conlon getting a great hand on it, bringing it back into play, and Middleton finishing it off right into the corner. So 2-0 to score. Serve goes to the back, and it'll be a set. Trzynski going to pop it over. Middleton just dumps it over. Trzynski reaches out, can't quite get to it. Conlon was the one that kind of got the ball up in the air for that one and set Middleton up. So 3-0 is Lindemann back serving. She serves from the right-hand side. Cowgirls right now. And this one's going into the net. Kind of tell as she was coming forward, she was already on her way down with her hand before she made contact with the ball. So 3-1 the score. And to be quite honest, this is the closest that the Cougars have been yet tonight. Trzynski's serve across. Here's Conlon with the dig. The set from Friesleben. Middleton up. And it's going to be Youngsdale. Gets the set. Middleton. That was a double hit almost by Trzynski. They're going to go deep with it. Conlon. Here's the set. Middleton from Friesleben. And another kill from Morgan Middleton. She'll collect another one, and the Cowgirls will get the serve back as Traub comes out. Lane up into the front row, and the Cowgirls up 4-1. Jaden Jondal serving from the left-hand side of the back row. Here comes. Nice hard serve, goes just a hair bit long, out by about 3 inches. And it's going to be a turnover of serve back to Manson Northwest Webster. Marsh checks into the front row. Back to serve is Wubbin. Here's the set from Friesleben, Middleton. This one went off of Trzynski. It was supposed to come back, but ended up going into the net. 5-2 the score. Alina Friesleben back to serve now. The setter for the Cowgirls, serving from the right-hand side, but goes a little bit long. Her serve goes out by about an inch or two, and it'll make it 5-3. So the Cougars are against the Northwest Webster kind of hanging in this one just on service errors, and that's about it. The in for serve right now is Condon. No, check that. It's not Condon. It is Trzynski. Here's the set. Nice placement by Middleton. Goes off a Wubbin. Checking in the front row is Sturgis for Manson Northwest Webster. Serve across. Middleton. Friesleben sets. Middleton back up. Here's the kill. Drops it just out of the reach of Wubbin. She couldn't quite get to it. So it's going to stay with the Cowgirls as Middleton will be serving 7-3. Serve across. Nice serve. Brought back in play, and Sturgis will bring it across. Her kill attempt's going to go long, though, and it's going to end up in the back in the service area. 8-3 now the score. Middleton back serving. Again, Cowgirls going from right to left this time. Sturgis across, pushes it across. Friesleben will set. Linneman up, and it just drops over the top of the net and in on the Cougar side. It wasn't pretty, but it worked. And a timeout's going to be taken by Manson Northwest Webster. Their third timeout so far tonight. As they're struggling. 9-3 as the Cowgirls starting to pull away a little bit. We've got more action coming up here in just a moment. Right here on CGDsports.net. Well, if you were to ask me who some of the hardest working people in the North Central Iowa and Wright County area would be, I would have to say probably, without a doubt, the folks at Hanson & Sons, because they have been out getting things ready, keeping farmers moving, whether it be grain carts with messed up hubs, with messed up tires on the grain cart, the combine, the tractors, the semis, keeping everything rolling so farmers can get stuff in before the weather's supposed to hit. It's Hanson & Sons, 24-hour on-the-farm emergency service, Clarion, Kanawha, and Randall. Nice serve by Middleton. It's going to be into the net off of Kenyon. And she's kind of struggled tonight a little bit as well. So Middleton back and now serving 10-3, Cowgirls. Middleton serve right to the back corner. Set. Lane up and mistimes the jump. Goes into the nets. And with that, it's going to make it 10-4. Heading out will be Pearson. And back to serve is going to be Wood. Wood serve. Flat-handed serve. Friesleben sets. Lindemann. And nice job by Kendall as Waters kind of just kept it alive. Here's the set from from Lane. I just saw a person in the middle go across. And that one's going to go long. Cowgirls hold off, don't touch it. And it goes to the Cowgirls. Back to serve will be Lane. Traub checks in now as Jodl heads out. 11-4 the score. CGD with the lead. They won the first one, 25-8. Second set on the way. And I think Nicole Waters was just too intimidating as Marsh came up to the net, and she didn't want any part of that block, so she just held off. Serve across. Here's the set from Marsh. And it goes long. That's Kenyon uncorking, and it's going to be too long of a shot. Makes it 13-4 Cowgirls. Lane back serving right center of the service area. Goes to the center part to the libero. And Cowgirls will get the points. Net violation called against the Cougars. Sturgis up front for Manson Northwest Webster. Into the lineup. Here's the set. And it goes long. That was Marsh. Hit a little bit too long, only a couple inches too far, but still. 15-4. Lane serve across right to the center to Marsh. And mistiming the jump again is Kenyon into the net. And 16-4. Cowgirls with the lead, pulling way away. Serve on the way, comes across. It's going right to the center. Sturgis. And Cowgirls cannot quite get it across. So the freshman will kind of find a little glitch in the Cowgirl defense. Here's the serve from Marsh. Lindemann, Friesleben, Middleton. Free pass across. And Kenyon, Middleton, and diving to get underneath of it was Friesleben. Couldn't quite get reached out in time, though, and so Sturgis will serve again for Manson Northwest Webster. Lindemann, Friesleben sets. From the outside, it is going to be Traub back across. Sturgis. Now Middleton, they go to Lindemann, and Kendall Lindemann collects another kill. Makes it 17-6 as Waters will head back to serve. She serves from the right hand. Well, actually, yeah, the right hand side, but almost center part of the service area. Just the back row. Here's the set. They go to Kenyon. Lindemann gets underneath it. Traub keeps it alive. Lindemann will tap it over. It's Jondal. Friesleben. Middleton off the top of the net, and it's going to go into the net, and unable to kind of figure out the angle is going to be Wubbin, and it's going to be Cowgirl point, 18-6. Serve across from Waters. Wubbin gets stuffed at the net, but this one's going to go. Wubbin will hit it up. Kenyon. Middleton. Friesleben sets. Linneman goes to the side. It's going to go off the ceiling. Kenyon will bring it back in play. A free pass across. And this time, Linneman, no question on that kill. Traub hit it to Friesleben. Friesleben set it up, and Kendall just finished it right then and there. 19-6. Waters back, still serving for CGD. Serve. Wubbin will get the set. Kenyon will bump it across. Middleton. Friesleben sets. Traub on the outside, and Kenyon will keep it alive. They go back. Kenyon just bumps it across. Jondal. Friesleben. Linneman and Kendall again. 3 kills in a row. Bang, 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 done. Just like that. And timeout, a 4th timeout taken by the Cougars of Manson Northwest Webster. They got to talk it over because they are just, they're barely hanging on in this one. It's 20-6, kind of the same spot they were at last time. CGD pulling out way in front. Kind of toyed with them a little bit at first, it seemed like, and all of a sudden, boom, they got in the groove again. And don't forget, the winner tonight will play on the 31st. That's Thursday night. And they'll play here in Clarion at 7 o'clock against the winner of South Central Calhoun and IKM Manning. I'm going out on a limb maybe in saying South Central Calhoun, and I'll tell you more about that in just a little bit why I think that. Waters serve. Wubbin will bump it. And in. Kenyon gets one to drop inside the back line, makes it 20-7. Sturgis will head out. Coming in is going to be Trzynski. Serve on the way. Here's Conley. And Linneman again with a kill. They have no answer for Kendall Linneman right now. Nothing. She kind of lured him in with that little soft touch, and now she's just crushing the ball. Serve on the way from Linneman. Wubbin sets. Kenyon goes long. Kenyon takes it yard, and it's going to be 22-7. Linneman back serving once again on the right-hand side of the service area. Nice serve. Wubbin will just dump it across. Conlon. Here's the set from, and Middleton will hit it right back at Condon, the libero for the Cougars. So Linneman back serving, 23-7. This one catches the top part of the net. She was flirting with the net a little bit the last serve, so 23-8 now the score. Kenyon back to serve. Conlon, Friesleben. And that one's not coming back. That one went sideways off of Kenyon's hands. 24-8. Jondal gets ready for her service, serving from the left-hand corner. Serving set point. It's up, and almost some miscommunication. It's just going to be bumped back across. Jondal, Friesleben, Middleton, boom, and that is 25-8 again. 25-8, 25-8, the Cowgirls. Victorious. They'll switch sides once again. And we'll be back in just a moment with more action from Clarion-Goldfield-Dows High School, where the Cowgirls up 2-0 over the Cougars of Manson Northwest Webster, right here on CGDsports.net. North Iowa Real Estate with listings in Alexander, Badger, Belmont, Blairsburg, Clarion, Coulter, Dows, Eagle Grove, Fort Dodge, Galt, and Goldfield, and Goodell as well. North Iowa Real Estate. You can contact them if you are interested in any of those locations. Some great prices, and they have got some information for you as far as how to buy. There's a buyer's guide right there on their website, northiowarealestate.com. Stop by, check out the listings, and once you go, make sure you stop in and thank them for all they do in support of CGD Athletics. We're back underway here from Clarion-Goldfield-Dows High School, where the Cowgirls have taken a 2-0 lead with a 25-8, 25-8 score. Manson Northwest Webster leading for the first time. Friesleben sets, Middleton taps it, it rolls off of the hands. It was off of the hands of Trzynski and drops in. Ties it up one apiece. Jondal back to serve. Jondal's serve, nice jump serve from the left-hand side. Here it is, Kenyon into the net, and a 4 hits. There was a net violation. Plus, they didn't get it. Yeah, didn't get it across the net in the first place. So, all kinds of things makes it 2-1 with Jondal back serving once again. Nice hard jump serve. Nice low one goes to Marsh. And off the block goes wide, and it's going to be Cowgirl points. 3-1. Jondal serve to the back row. Levin sets. Kenyon. Nice job by Friesleben keeping it alive. Lane just bumps it across. Levin sets. This time to go back, and Trzynski will have a comeback at her. Marsh and Kenyon, and this one's going to be just a little bit out of the reach of Jondal. Caught her going the opposite direction. She tried to reach out for her, but she just did not have, she would have had like go-go gadget arms to get out there, basically. Service on the way from Kenyon. There's Lindemann. Friesleben sets. Middleton, it goes Conlon, and Conlon's going to have a go off her hands and side out. And the Cougars will tie it up 3-3. It's Kenyon back to serve. This is unfamiliar territory for these Cougars. Lindemann, Friesleben, and Lane. And that's not coming back as Kenyon hits the floor, dives to get underneath it and hits it, and it comes down on top of her again. Friesleben will head back to serve. Waters comes in. Conlon heads out. And that's the rotation for the Cowgirls as Friesleben back to serve from the right-hand side of the service area. And she's like way out. And that one's going to go off of the hands of Condon and up towards the Cougar bench. Makes it 5-3. Friesleben back to serve once again. Goes deep and just a hair bit too long as Kenyon yells out and everybody holds off on it. Open back to serve. Middleton, Friesleben, Middleton again, and no, it's just, no. Condon has it go off her hands and roll towards the Cougar bench. 6-4 now. Cowgirl lead, and it's going to be Morgan Middleton back to serve. Nice serve, clear cross court, and it's going to be an ace serve for Middleton. That's going to go off of Marsh and head side out. Middleton, serve on the way. Back to Marsh again. Lovin. Dumping it across, Friesleben. Jondal, Middleton, boom, and in just inside the back line. Eight for the score, Middleton. Morgan Middleton back to serve once again. Lovin set. It was touched. That was a good call. Serve on the way. Middleton. Here's the set. Linneman off the block. Jondal keeps it alive, and Kendall will put it across. And it's going the wrong direction. Kenyon tries to bring it back in play, and it goes long. Oh, it's in! Oh, it's in! Wow, that was all of the stars and planets lining up perfectly for the Cougars on that one play. I mean, it landed just inside the line. Mr. O'Brien right down there to make the call. Here's the set. Lane, oh, she found a nice spot back in the corner on the right-hand side of the Cougar court. Traub will check in up front. Back to serve is going to be Lane. Had to go get the ball out of the cafeteria. A special shout out to my brother Jake Johnson. Tune in tonight, listening to some Cowgirl volleyball. Chasing it down. And Sturgis couldn't quite pull it away from the net. So it's going to be another point for the Cowgirls. Lane will go back to serve once again. 10-6. Cowgirl lead. Sturgis set. Here's Middleton, Friesleben, Linneman up. And this one goes off the ceiling and drops. Kenyon and Pearson trying to get to it, but nearly colliding. Fortunately, they didn't. 11-6 the score. Lane serving right in the middle of the service area, and she comes right over to Kenyon. They sent Sturgis. She's just going to push it across. Set up. Linneman dumps it over. And this time it's going to be Friesleben on a little psych play. Friesleben will push it back again, deep in the corner, chasing it down. Woman will set. Marsh off the block, and it's going to be well, 4 hits are going to call against the Cougars. 12-6. Cowgirls starting to open up a little bit of a lead. Yeah, and it's going to be another timeout for the Cougars. We'll take one here as well. Set number 3. Cowgirls victorious in the first 2. 25-8. More action coming up right here on CGDsports.net. Welcome back to CGDsports.net. Lane serve on the way. Nearly an ace, and Wubbin and Marsh will just catch it and say, let's start over. Let's do it again. Yeah, she didn't want to, waste anybody's time or effort. It wasn't going to happen, so she just caught the ball and passed it over to Lane. 13-6. Lane's nice. Kenyon has to go clear down the floor to get to it. And going long is going to be Sturgis. She got just a little carried away on that one. She tried to put it in the back corner. Lane back serving still for the Cowgirls. Goes to Kenyon. And stuffing her the net is Traub. Summer Traub puts a hand up and holds the ball right at the top of the net, and it drops down on the Cougar side. So Lane back to serve, 15-6. And this one goes into the net. She'll come out. John will check back into the front. Heading out on the other side is going to be Pearson. And coming in for service, it'll be Wood. 15-7. Linneman. Here's the set from Friesleben. Linneman up off the block. Jondal. Friesleben again. This time Middleton. And it's going off the ceiling. Wubbin will keep it alive. And I'm not sure who hit that one across. It could have been one of two. I don't know. But this time they go to Waters on the other side. Wubbin will set. Kenyon. And the Cougars collect a point as Middleton dives to try to get underneath of it. And 15-8 the score. I thought it was going to be like the other night where the Cowgirls won all 3 by the same score. This one, maybe it's still possible. Waters. And that one's not coming back. Wubben put a fist up, hit it right at Marsh, and Marsh was like, "Whoa!" She didn't have hardly any time to react at all, and it ended up being a point for the Cowgirls as Waters back to serve. 16-8, Cowgirls. Clips the top of the net, but goes back to the back row. Marsh sets Kenyon, and, well, so much for that triple score thing, because that now makes it 16-9 as Marshall head back to serve. Waters comes out. Conlon in for defense in the back row. Number 5 checking back in. Marsh, her serve comes across. Jondal up underneath of it. Here's the set. Lindemann dumps it across. Came it just kind of sent it the opposite direction. It looked like it was going to go. And there was nobody home. Nobody. 17-9. And Kendall will head back to serve once again. Off of Marsh. Wubben sets. Kenyon. Conlon. Back across. And Kenyon will get a hand on it and dumps it over the top of Friesleben, but just out of the reach of Conlon. So back serving is Condon. Off to Conlon. Set Friesleben to Middleton off the block. And, yeah, it's not coming back. 18-10. Jondal back to serve. We've gone full circuit through the serves again. Jondal serve. Marsh. Wubben. Kenyon. And Kenyon mistimes a jump into the net. 19-8. Jondal's serve goes to Marsh again. This time Wubben sets. Conlon back again. And a net violation. Net violation is going to be called against the Cougars. It's on Kenyon. Makes the score 20-10. So Cowgirls double up on Manson Northwest Webster. Jondal's serve. Oh, nice low. I mean, that thing came across like a rocket. Wide. Yep, good call. And McCollum did a good job. She was just getting ready to pull back away from it and let it go out. Makes it 21-10 as Jondal will serve once again. Cowgirls just 4 points away from putting this one in the books and moving on to Thursday night to continue on in regional play. And this one rolls off of the hands of Friesleben. Kendall couldn't quite get to it. Close, but she couldn't quite get the dig, so it's going to be 21-11. And this one's going to go off Lindemann into the stands. Makes it 21-12. Kenyon serve across. Lindemann. Friesleben sets. Middleton went off the block and, well, they're going to say it wasn't touched. I thought it was, but maybe not. So 21-13, Kenyon still serving. Her serve goes into the net. And Waters will come in. Conlon heads out. Friesleben back to serve. Lena's last couple serves have gone long. This one longer yet. That adrenaline gets going and you just want to uncork. Serve on the way. Wubben. Lindemann. And Friesleben was trying to get to it. Waters was cutting across and kind of blocked the vision for Friesleben. So 22-15. Friesleben, the set to Lane, and here's the dig. The set by Wubben, crossed by Youngdale. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but the Cougars crawl their way back into this one. 22-16 to score. Middleton. Friesleben sets. Lane off the block. Marsh, Kenyon, pushing it across. Youngdale. Jondal. Middleton again. Levin just dumps it across. Jondal underneath of it. Middleton dumps it across. Marsh sets. Friesleben bumps it across. Levin sets. Goes out. Side out. So Cowgirls will get service back. Morgan Middleton heads back to serve. 23-16 the score. Cowgirls just 2 points away from moving on. Kenyon. This is set. Friesleben sets. Linneman. Youngdale into the net. And the Cowgirls right now, Morgan Middleton set and match points right here. 24-16. Kenyon. Wubbin sets. Youngdale. Across to Friesleben set to Linneman. Dumps it over. Linneman. Jondal. Back to Linneman again, and back to Jondal. Double hit called against the Cowgirls. It's at 24-17. Sturgis checks into the front row for Manson Northwest Webster. Trzynski gets it across. Here's the set. Linneman up, and that's it. That deserves a boom. 25-17, so the Cowgirls victorious. They're heading on. They'll play here on their home court Thursday night against South Central Calhoun, most likely. Could be wrong. I could be very wrong on that, but let me kind of go into details here. Just real quick. IKM Manning, 11-23, going against South Central Calhoun, 27-14. They were playing tonight at South Central Calhoun, so it's a home meet for them as well, home match. So that's why I'm really kind of leaning towards that's who your opponent's going to be. I could be greatly surprised, and that'd be awesome if if I was. But Cowgirls, nonetheless, victorious tonight, one step closer to the state tournament. We will have the call for you on Thursday night here as well. Have a great evening. Stay safe. Sounds like the weather might be a little weird the next few days. Ugh, I'm not ready for winter. I don't know about you. Thank you to the sponsors. Thank you for the coaching staff and to the school for letting us do this. And we'll talk to you again Thursday night right here on cgdsports.net.